In this video, I'm going to be ranking the top 10 best point guards right now in NBA 2K23 My Team. I just want to say before we get into the top 10, this was a really difficult list to make because as you guys probably know, the point guard position is one of the more stacked positions in the game, and I think realistically, you can make a valid argument for every single one in this top 10, every single card, every single point guard to be the best point guard in the game. So for example, I think Magic is the 10th best point guard in the game. I think in a lot of people's minds, you could say he's top 3, top 5, or maybe even number 1. That is how close all of these point guards are. So let me know in the comment section down below, maybe your guys' top 5, top 3 point guards in the game and what you guys would change about my list. But like I said, at the number 10 spot, for me personally, is going to be Galaxy Ball Magic. I still think he's a very good card. Just because he's at number 10 does not mean he's bad. It just shows how stacked the point guard position is. It's just nowadays we're getting all of these really good defensive point guards that have way better jump shots than Magic Johnson, and they have way better all-around stats. So Magic's still going to play good defense in game, but that jump shot, in my opinion, is such a huge liability. At the number 9 spot is going to be Pink Diamond Luke Walton. For example, Magic's only 6'9", Luke Walton's 6'8", so not a huge difference there. But Luke Walton, about the same on the defensive end, but he's going to have such a way better jump shot than the Magic Johnson card, and that's honestly what makes the biggest difference at this stage of my team. Really comes down to the jump shot and the dribble sigs as well. So Luke Walton, great jump shot, plays really good defense. He's got Hall of Fame clamp breaker, handles for days, quick first step, unpluckable, really good playmaking stats, and then defensively he does have Hall of Fame anchor, clamps, glove, and pick dodger as well. So I think Luke Walton overall is the 9th best point guard. At the number 8 spot, I know it might seem a little bit low for a dark matter, but it's going to be LaMelo. I just think his jump shot is really good. I will say he's got a great jump shot on quick timing, but his sigs really don't feel that amazing. You guys can let me know if you guys have used this LaMelo card, I should say. He moves like a center. That might just be me, but I've heard from a lot of other people as well. His movement just isn't great. I know he's 6'7", so he's tall, so he doesn't have to move like a super short guard, but he just moves really slow compared to some other 6'7". You know, even Luke Walton, I feel like he's just so much faster with the ball in his hands, and his dribbling is a lot better. But overall, I think LaMelo Ball is still the 8th best point guard in the game. At the number 7 spot, I think you got to give it to Ben Simmons just because he's the tallest point guard in the game, has a 7-foot wingspan, probably the best player model in the game as well for your point guard. He's unbelievable on the defensive end. Still one of the better all-around defenders in the game, 90 block, 94 steal, and 89 perimeter and 86 interior defense. And when I say he's one of the best versatile defenders in the game for the point guard, I don't mean because of his stats, I just mean because of his player model, his wingspan, his height. You know, even his tendencies are not that terrible. You know, 75 on-ball steal tendency. Just all around, he plays amazing defense in game, and he's still one of the best rim running point guards in the game, and he's definitely the best rebounding one as well, being 6'11". But you guys obviously know the flaw. He's got a 65 3-ball, no shooting badges in the game, and a pretty baited release, unless you are really good with greening it. Because I know a lot of people will probably say, oh, well, I can green a lot of shots with Ben Simmons, and that's true. I mean, you can green wide open with Ben Simmons, but he still is a liability in that sense, where you can kind of leave him wide open, not completely wide open, but kind of just help off and then rotate back, and all you got to do is get like a 5 to 10% contest, and it's going to be super hard to green those shots, even if it's in the corner. So overall, I would say he's probably my 7th best point guard in the game. At the number 6 spot, I'm going to go Sengun. I was kind of debating him at number 5 and putting the number 5 guy at number 6, but I decided to go Sengun at 6. Once again, guys, this is such a tough list to make. Like, I think you could put Ben Simmons over Sengun. I think you could put LaMelo over Sengun. I think you could put Magic and Luke Walton over Sengun as well. There's just so many elite point guards that it's really hard to choose from. Like, I sat here for about 15 minutes trying to figure out, you know, my exact top 10, maybe even a little bit more of time spent, because I just couldn't figure it out because all of these guys are so close. I mean, I think my top 3 is pretty like I think that's my top 3, but after my top 3, I don't know where to go. So I'm going Sengun at number 6. He's 6'10", 7'2" wingspan. I had him just one spot above Ben Simmons because to me they play very similar in game. They're great defenders. They can rebound the ball because of their height. They have really good player models. I think Sengun is pretty much the same as Ben Simmons, except the fact that he's got a way better jump shot and a lot higher of a 3-ball and some shooting badges on gold. Now Ben might still be a little bit better going to the rim because of his animations, and he might be slightly better on the defensive end, but all around as a point guard, I like Sengun just that little bit more. Now on my number 5 spot, halfway into the list, this is probably the most controversial one. I love this Dark Matter Lonzo Ball card. Now, this is just my opinion. I know a lot of people probably have him a lot lower, maybe even at the number 10 spot. Like, that's how close these point guards are. You can make a real argument that Magic is better than Lonzo, and if you guys were to say that, I wouldn't necessarily disagree. I just personally, in my opinion, love this Lonzo card. I think he's super elite. He's 6'6" with a 6'7" wingspan. To me, he just plays like a shorter, a little bit worse Jimmy Butler. That's kind of the way that I look at it, because his defense is amazing. He's got tons of Hall of Fame defensive badges, tons of Hall of Fame playmaking ones, 97 ball handle, 96 speed with ball. He feels super fast in game. He's amazing going to the basket, really good tendencies. Jump shot, yes, is abated and not the best release in the game, but I would say his SIGs are on par with the Jimmy Butler. I mean, Jimmy Butler's got the Trey escape, where he's got the Curry escape, so a little bit different in that sense, but all around, I personally like this Lonzo Ball card a lot, and I do think he's the 5th best point guard in the game. At the number 4 spot, I'm going with Scottie Barnes. Once again, a really tough decision. I think you could put Ben Simmons here, you could put Luke Walton, you could put Magic, you could put LaMelo, you could put Sengun, or you could put Lonzo Ball at this number 4 spot. Once again, my top 3, I think, is the top 3 point guards in the game. 4 through 10, I have no idea. Like, I'm just kind of going off what I feel in the moment right now. Maybe tomorrow I think it's a little bit different. I don't know. It kind of changes, at least with my opinion. You guys can let me know. Do you guys feel the same way? Can you guys make a set in stone top 10 point guards? I find it really difficult, in my opinion. It's just one of the more stacked positions in the game, and all of the cards feel relatively similar. It really just comes down to your preference and what cards you guys like using more. For me, I think Scottie Barnes has got great dribble saves. His movement is really good. He's got great dunk packages. And then even his jump shot is not that terrible. I like it more, you know, even than Alonzo Ball. I prefer Scottie Barnes' jump shot to Sengun's. I like his jump shot probably a tad bit more. Ben Simmons, obviously, way better jump shot. And then LaMelo Ball does have the better release. But overall, guys, I'm going Scottie Barnes at my number 4 spot. Top 3. At my number 3 spot is going to be Dark Matter Devin Booker. Now, I think he's an absolute beast on the offensive end. One of the best, if not the best, offensive point guard in the game. He's 6'6" with a 6'6" wingspan. But, I mean, just offensively, this card's an absolute bucket. 98 3-ball, 98 mid-range. Really good at going to the basket for a D-book card. 95 driving dunk, 97 vertical. We all know he's a Dark Matter, so he has 30 Hall of Fame badges. Tons on shooting, tons on playmaking. And then even has Hall of Fame anchor, clamps, glove, and menace as well. So all around, really good stats and badges wise. Not sure how I feel about them changing his base as Steph Curry, but all around, I think he's got a great jump shot, amazing leaner, one of the best leaners in the game, and SIGs are really good as well with the Trae Young escape. So for me, I think Devin Booker, the best offensive point guard in the game, and all around the 3rd best. Now for number 2 and number 1, I think it's really a coin toss. I'm going Jimmy Butler at 2, and I'm going Cade at 1. I know it's a kind of a close debate, and when I did my tier list, the best card tier list yesterday, a lot of people were saying that they think Jimmy Butler is better than Cade. So let me know, who do you guys think is the better point guard between Dark Matter Cade and Dark Matter Jimmy? For me, I'm going Cade. He's a little bit taller, has the better player model in game. I think his wingspan is also a decent amount better as well. So when we're talking about height, wingspan, and just overall player model, I think that goes to Cade. I think his rim running ability is also slightly better. And then a card like Jimmy Butler, he's got really good dunk packages. Does Jimmy also have front clutches? I don't know if he does. So he only has quick drops off 1, and Cade also does have front clutches. These are a huge animation to have just for dunking the ball and not getting blocked. Like, it's basically unblockable, the front clutches package. So that's really nice to have on Cade. For the dribble SIGs, I mean, they both have the Trae Young escape. I do like Cade's size up a little bit more. So I think movement wise, I think Cade, he might move a little bit slower in game, but I do like his SIGs more. Jump shot comes down to preference. I personally might like Cade's release more. I think that's the biggest thing, is whose jump shot you do prefer. But yeah, all around, I'm going Cade at the number 1 spot and going Jimmy at number 2. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my top 10 point guards? Once again, just want to say, it's so hard to make a top 10 point guard list. I think this is the longest time I've sat here and tried to make a video, you know, for like trying to like plan out, you know, my top 10 or like a tier list. This is taking me the longest time because I have absolutely no idea. Like, I'm telling you guys right now, I have no idea how to rank this top 10. So this is going to be my top 10. I do feel confident that, in my opinion, these are the right rankings for me. Not saying they're the right rankings for everybody. That's what I want to know. Let me know in the comment section down below. Maybe your guys' top 10, top 5 point guards, top 3, or just what you guys would change about the list. Because at the end of the day, it comes down to preference and it comes down to opinion and just what cards you guys play with better in game. So for me, these are my top 10 point guards. But let me know in the comment section down below, who are your guys' top 10, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.